Welcome to the session of controlling the brightness of LED in Raspberry Pi board. In this session, we are going to see how to control the brightness of LED by applying pulse width modulation technique. The brightness of the LED can be controlled by applying pulse width modulation technique by using the GPIO pins of pulse width modulation outcome. The GPIO pin 12, 18, 13 and 19 having pulse width modulation output which can be used to control the power delivered to LED or any other power devices. You can see this animated one which is showing by varying the width of the pulse we can change the brightness of the LED. Let's see the principle of pulse width modulation technique. The principle of pulse width modulation technique is keeping the frequency of the pulse constant. By varying the width of the pulses alone, I can control the power delivered to the device. That is the idea behind the pulse width modulation technique. That means I am keeping the entire pulse duration or frequency is constant, but only the on and off pattern or on and off duration only I am changing under pulse width modulation technique. By changing this on and off period within the given constant pulse period, I can vary the power delivered to the system wherever I am applying this pulse width modulation pulses. That is the idea of controlling the power by means of pulse width modulation techniques. Let's see the first pulse in which only small portion, that is 5% of the pulse duration is on, remaining 95% of the pulse duration is off. This kind of pulse is called as 5% duty cycle pulse. So the duty cycle of the pulse is another parameter associated with the pulse width modulation technique, which is defined as the on period percentage within the given pulse period. When I say 5% of duty cycle of pulse, I am keeping only 5% of the pulse duration as on, remaining 95% off. That is the meaning of 5% duty cycle pulse. You can say same frequency pulse, but in second waveform, I am generating 50% duty cycle pulse. That means 50% of the time of the single same pulse duration I am keeping on pulse and 50% off pulse. Third waveform you can see 90% duty cycle pulse, in which 90% of the single pulse duration I am keeping on pulse, remaining 10% I am keeping off pulse. So more duration if I keep on pulse, more power will be delivered. That is the idea behind the power delivering by means of varying the pulse width. You can see if I apply this pulse, the power delivered to the device will be less because I am keeping only 5% of the pulse on, 95% off. That means I am not at all applying any voltage, 95%. Only 5% only I am giving some voltages to the device. So only low power will be delivered. If you apply 50% duty cycle pulses, somewhat more power will be delivered comparing to the first pulses, because 50% I am keeping the pulse on. That means 50% of time I am applying 3.3 volt potential to my device. This pattern I am continuing. So more power will be delivered than that of first case. Similarly, if you see the third pulse if you apply, it will deliver more power to the device than that of the second pulse, because here 90% of time I am keeping on. That means 90% of the pulse duration I am applying 3.3 volts potential to the device. So this is the logic or idea behind applying pulse width modulation to control the power delivered to the device. Stability of the frequency. Even though we have some hardware setup and software inbuilt function to generate pulse width modulation in Raspberry Pi board, we have some stability issue. You can see in the table, if you set the frequency of pulse width modulation signal to be generated as a 50 Hz, you can get 50 Hz pulse at the output pin of GPIO. But the table you can observe whenever I am setting to generate high frequency of pulse width modulated signal, my frequencies are not stable. That means it is not producing what is the interested frequency what I set. So the stability, this is called stability issue. So the stability of frequency of waveform generation is becomes worse when you are moving to generate high frequency signal. So from the table we can conclude the pulse width modulated signal hardware and pulse width modulated waveform can be much useful only low frequency ranges like controlling the power delivered to the device. Let us see the sample program of pulse width modulation waveform generation using Python under Raspberry Pi board. The first line here, importing the RPI GPIO library where all the GPIO functions are available that we are importing into our program. This library is imported as the name of GPIO. The second line, initialize a variable that is LED pin where we are connected our LED. So LED pin here in our program is 18 because we have connected our LED at pin number 18, which is one of the pulse width modulation waveform generation outcome pin. And this line GPIO set mode is setting the IO mode or the pin mode as BCM mode. Then next line, the GPIO setup is configuring your LED pin, that is pin number 18 as output port. Then next line you can see we are actually setting up the pulse width modulated signal parameters. We have inbuilt function GPIO.pwm which can be used to set up or generate a pulse width modulated signal. So this function will take two arguments. The first argument will be the pin number on which you want to generate the pulse width modulation signal. Here our case we have connected LED at the pin number 18. So we are supplying the LED pin as the pin in which we are interested to generate the pulse width modulated signal. The second argument will be the frequency of waveform, pulse width modulated waveform. Here we are interested to generate 500 Hz waveform. That is the setup. So this is just a setup. In order to generate the actual waveform, we have to give the next command. The start command will start generating the pulses, but the start command or inbuilt function will take argument of duty cycle. So you have to supply the duty cycle of the pulse width modulation waveform. Here we are supplying as 100, that means we are interested to generate 100% duty cycle pulses. That means always on pulse. Because initially I want my LED to be always glow with higher brightness. So next, this infinite loop is having the logic of getting duty cycle from user and that applying to the pulse width modulation waveform, thereby controlling the power and thereby controlling the brightness of the LED. Right? That is the logic behind this infinite loop. So the first line, getting the brightness value in terms of duty cycle from the user. And the second line, convert that brightness value entered by the user into integer. And the third line, that integer converted duty cycle value is applied to a inbuilt function called change duty cycle, which is going to be change the duty cycle whatever we are applying on as a parameter in the function. So here we are applying the user entered duty cycle value as argument value. So based on user entered value, the power, that is the duty cycle of the pulses, will be changed by means of this function. Then the power delivered to the LED will be changed. Then thereby the brightness will be changed. So this is the sample execution of the program. You can see that when you execute the program on command line by typing this command, let us assume you have stored this sample program under the name of led_brightness.py. Suppose you have stored a different name, you can type your name of the file here. Once you type the name of the file and this command, then you can see it will ask you to enter the brightness value between 0 to 100. Suppose we enter 0, we can observe some brightness level in the LED. Then it will ask again, because if it is this statement is put up in the infinite loop, it will ask again, if you enter 20, some other level of brightness you can observe. If you enter 10, some other level. So based on what user value entered as a duty cycle, the brightness will be keep on changing. So this will be continuing in the infinite loop. If you want to come out from the execution, you can press Ctrl C. Thank you. I hope you understood how to control the brightness of LED by means of pulse width waveform generation in the Raspberry Pi board using Python code. Thank you for watching.